Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Jeremy.
We're here at the chemistry lab to show you how to do some experiments. But first, we need to make sure that we're being safe.
So first, we want to put on some gloves to protect our skin and our hands.
Also, you want to have protective eyewear so nothing gets in your eyes.
And as well as some aprons or a lab coat would be helpful in keeping your clothes protected. Some of these experiments might get messy.
Remember, safety first. Jones's principal teaching theory states that classrooms should be well arranged so that students know where things are. This relates to chemistry because it is very important that students are able to navigate the classroom and make sure they can find everything they need. Jones's theory also states that you should have a clear set of rules and procedures. In chemistry, this is very important because students need to know what they can and can't do in the lab in order to be safe.
Alright guys, for this experiment we're going to need some water, Alka-Seltzer tablets, and film canisters. First what you want to do is add in just a little bit of water. And then next, fill up Alka-Seltzer tablets.
Okay. What you do is drop the Alka-Seltzer into the film canister and immediately close the lid. Then you flip it over and wait for the pressure to overwhelm the canister. The next experiment that we will be doing is creating our own lava lamp. All you need is a plastic bottle, some dish soap, vegetable oil, Alka-Seltzer tablets, and food coloring.
Take a funnel, sit on top of the bottle here. Fill about a fourth of the bottle up with water. And fill the remainder of the bottle up with vegetable oil. Alright, next you want to add your food coloring. It'll take quite a few drops.
The last step is to add the Alka-Seltzer tablets. Gardner's multiple intelligences theory states that there are 9 different types of learners. This experiment satisfies kinesthetic and visual learners because they get to manipulate their environment.
Kunin's principal teaching model of classroom management relates to these experiments by suggesting that teachers represent with-itness, or as having eyes on the back of their head, so that they are involved in each and every student's participation in the classroom.
The next experiment that we will be doing is called elephant toothpaste. In order to do this, you need 30% hydrogen peroxide, which can usually only be found in chemistry labs, sodium iodide, dish soap, and some food coloring. It's also good to have a couple large graduated cylinders to pour all the ingredients in.
Alright, here we have 20 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide placed in each tube. Alright, here we're adding our food coloring. About 3 drops. Our hint of dish soap.
Lastly, we'll be adding the sodium iodide. You want to make sure when you put this in that you back away immediately. Vygotsky's cooperative learning groups theory states that students should have defined roles and responsibilities. This relates to chemistry because students within a lab group need to know what their job is and do it the right way.
Okay guys, here we are setting up the Mentos geyser experiment. What you'll need for this experiment is 2 liters of Diet Coke or some sort of soda, and then as well a roll of Mentos, mint, or fruit. Either one will do just fine. Something to help would be these tubes. You kind of stack the Mentos in these tubes and then slip the toothpick through at the bottom, and you pull it out, Mentos fall through, and you'll see.
Okay, now what we've got to do is pull the toothpick out and run. 3, 2, 1. Vygotsky's zone of proximal development theory is very important in the chemistry lab because you want to make sure that you are constantly monitoring and observing the students.
Scaffolding is equally important because you want to make sure that the students are staying on task at all times, and you want to intervene when necessary so that the proper outcomes are established.